In the last violence, what I have considered is the worst murder. I have a question for you. Am I right? Can I say that this murder is the worst of all murders that took place in this students' protest, as Sheikh Hasina's regime has been ousted. Sheikh Hasina has been outside, right? So I don't know. There are many killings, whatever. I don't know, but those who I have seen have been killed. Maybe this man has been most brutally murdered. Let me explain. His name is Masood. He was 35 years old. 10 years ago, that is when he was 25, he lost a lot of things. What did he lose? He claims that Shibir activists cut one of his legs. The other leg tendon has been cut. The tendons of both of his hands have been cut. So he is lame, he is impaired, he cannot walk properly, as he was brutally hit. That's why he was injured. That's why he left the political activities. He is now inactive for 10 years. What happened? Just in January, Sheikh Hasina got the election. She won the election, yes, 7 months ago. And after some days, with some special considerations from the Ganobhavan or from Prime Minister's office, he got a job, a very lubricating job. He got a job that is equivalent to Rajshahi University section officer, but he is storekeeping officer in Rajshahi Medical College Hospital. And what is even more pathetic is that he got a newborn baby. He got a girl. He got a daughter. And she was born on 3rd of September. That means after 4 or 5 days, he was murdered. So he came to Binodpur market, that is very much close to Rajshahi University. And there, some boys have thought that he was involved in anti-protest movement, right? So he was against the students' movement, students' unrest. And he even was involved to destroy their movement, something like that. There could be misunderstanding, as he was lame for 10 years, as he was brutally injured by, as he claims, Shibir. He left the activities and he had been trying to get a job. That was his motto. He must have had a very difficult time because of money, because of no job. So at the end, in January, he got this job, and it's a very nice job. And he got a daughter just on 3rd of September, just 4 or 5 days before he was killed. So when he was seen, some students, some boys, some miscreants, they started beating him with maybe rods, maybe sticks, whatever. So much brutally he was beaten, and those who were beating him did not think that he could die, because they don't have any consideration. What they think is that it's not enough to beat him. He must be punished more. He must be sent to police so that he comes under the law. So he was with those people, and police came, and he was rescued, and he was admitted to Rajshahi Medical Hospital, where he's been working for last 7 months. And there, after midnight, that is at 12:30, he was declared dead. So I don't know. There are so many heinous activities. I'm not talking about BNP, Jamaat, Chhatra League, Awami League. I don't care. I work on humanity. What is what is pathetic, what is inhuman, what is brutal, what is heinous, all this I'm against, right? So there could have been a misunderstanding. It's very likely because he's never been working as a political activist for the last 10 years. He was surviving with lame leg, without a leg, without tendons, a lot of problems, and he did not get job. He was 35 years, so it means to get a job after 35 years, it's very difficult. He must have had very difficult time. And as he got the baby just some days ago, it means before he got the job, he got married. So there could have been very unhappy situations in his conjugal life, as he could not earn money, maybe. So can you imagine, in this protest you see that one police caught hold of a hand and the other police kept beating. Stopped again, resumed beating. Stopped, resumed beating. This is how so many, maybe 100 slashes by police sticks and severe beating, but still they don't die because police are trying hard to hit in those areas where he would not be killed. They're very much careful. So these people may have beaten him in that way. He was not hit in his head or whatever, maybe. So he was not dead at that time, even after he was well beaten, severely beaten. 30 to 35 young, maybe students, maybe miscreants, maybe people, maybe protesters, they beat him. Such a horrible thing. And what is important is that how can you guarantee that someone you are hitting is good or bad? How can you guarantee? It's very difficult. How difficult it is? Let me explain. I always talk about Socrates. I'm a follower of Socrates. Rasulullah is the best person on earth. As a Muslim, he is my guide. Everything is he. But what I do is that Socrates was brutally, he had the worst life on this earth, probably. He was murdered. It's not a murder, it is by legal. He was sentenced to death at the age of 71. What did he do? He did nothing. He just did whatever he could to help people. He did whatever he could to make young boys learn. So he was very much focused to teaching, very much focused to helping people understand what is good, what is bad, how to learn, how, right? So he did not touch a book, he did not write anything, he didn't go to school. Probably there was nothing like that. It was 450 years ago. What happened? Nobody liked him. Everybody wanted to get out of him. Everybody felt very bad. He was a poisonous man, right? To people, he was a poisonous man. Even when he sacrificed all his time, everything, for the sake of people, in return, he got all this severity, right? So his wife, other people were disturbed. They really hated Socrates, I understand. But even when I come to his wife, what happens? His wife was malignant narcissist. She thought that her husband was the most stupid man. I mean, he was never earning money. He was always trying to mix with people, young men, whatever. So in her eyes, he was the worst man. So Socrates was never respected by anyone, was never invited by anyone. Nobody came to talk to him. Plato is different. Plato was his disciple. Xenophon was his disciple. They were very much good to Socrates. There were some other people also good to him, right? That's very negligible, right? So he was even beaten by his own wife in marketplace, in open space. He she used to pour water over his head. There are so many ways he was tortured. The most unhappy person on earth. Even when he tried his best to help people, things went wrong, anti-clockwise. And not just this all, his 3 sons, he could not mix with them according to philosophy, according to little ideas from the history as written in the dialogue of between Plato and Xenophon. Can you imagine such a life he led? And what happened? If he mixes with his sons, the sons will go astray as he went astray according to his wife. So his wife was very dangerous, ferocious, malignant narcissist. So she did not let him mix with her sons probably. So he tried to help, tried to make people learn. He couldn't help anyone. Even he wanted to help his sons learn. There was no way. The barrier was his wife. So even wife had been with him for a long period of time. She could not understand the best man on earth. She thought he was the worst man on earth. So quite opposite. And I told a story, you may have seen it. What I say is that angel requests Allah, please send me. I want to live a life of a human being. And Allah smiles and let him come on earth. And after his death, he met Allah and Allah smiled again. What happened? He said that, oh, I married one girl, she divorced me, married another, she divorced me, another. I married 10 girls, all of them divorced me. They thought that he was a Satan. The same thing happened to a Satan. The Satan requested Allah, please let me go on earth. I'd like to lead a life of a human being. So Allah smiled and he made him a human being. After he was dead, he came to Allah and Allah smiled and asked what happened. And he said, oh, I was so bad. I could not keep the conjugal life. First wife divorced me, then I married again. She divorced me, then I married again. She divorced me. This is how 10 women divorced me. 10 wives divorced me. So what I tell is that if somebody is extremely bad, he is bad to everybody. If he is extremely good, he is also very bad to most of the people. As Socrates' wife was malignant narcissist, the worst thing, right? Worst qualities in a human being. On the other hand, Socrates was who had the best qualities. Don't take me otherwise. Rasulullah is the best person on earth Allah has ever created. Rasulullah is Allah's most favorite. Whatever we do, we must follow Rasulullah. That's different. Whatever he does, I must do, everybody must do, so that we can have sunnah, right? We can perform sunnah. That's different. He is the guide, he is everything. But other than the religious point of view, what I say is that as a person of humanity, as a person of knowledge, as a person of philosophy, Socrates was unprecedented. But his life was full of sorrows and misunderstanding and all these troubles. Trouble. Severe. So all these happened because nobody could understand him. A Satan is a Satan, an angel is a Satan. So right? So a Satan is a Satan, an angel is also a Satan. Especially if an angel marries a woman, she will think that he is the worst man on earth. And if she marries the worst man, she will also tell he is the worst man. So extreme good, extreme bad, right? So if you are extremely bad, your wife will think you are extremely bad. If you are extremely good, your wife will think that you are extremely bad. Horrible. That's horrible. Thanks a lot. Thank you.